Hey, I'm Gavin. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about staying focused on your goals. Now, I'm going to be brutally honest. I don't have a lot that qualifies me for this video. So, to be honest, you can take my advice or you can leave it. Maybe my future self qualified present viewers to be looking back at this video and looking at the early stages of my channel. Now, I have a lot of experience following different paths and have done a tremendous amount of work on myself to put myself in the position to hopefully accomplish my mission. Currently, I can give you key highlights that have helped frame the importance of staying focused. If you're like me, you're constantly looking for ways to stay on track and finish your goals. Hopefully, I can give you insight that can be helpful and you can pull a few details that can help you stay seated on that rocket ship you keep packing gunpowder into. All right, so come on, let's dive on in. Define your mission. Your goals should be stepping stones for your mission. A mission is your why. It's what you're doing and why you do it. Mine is to make a monumental card game, to grow into an empire, to be better for artists and designers alike, with good morals and integrity. Your mission is like your engine. It's loud, combustible, but it pushes you closer to your dream. Your goals are like the gasoline. They work hand in hand with your engine, your mission, to allow you to stay on the road moving forward. And if you have a great engine, it can go even through the harshest weather. So create your goals and have them align with your mission. And that natural synergy is just going to help you propel forward. Sorry for the silly analogy, but I feel like it works. Your mission should be powerful. Something that lights you up and gets you excited. If that's money, that's great. But find the exact amount and ways to obtain it. If it's the thought of having a family, that's beautiful. But work on yourself. Put yourself in the best position to grow a family, financially and mentally. Find something that gets under your skin, gets into your muscles, and plays your skeleton like a xylophone. Something that doesn't hype you up, but feels a part of you. And it resonates with you behind all closed doors. Now don't worry, you can change your mission. Nothing's set in stone. People do engine swaps all the time, but you would have no idea if you didn't stop and look under the hood. Your mission should be an achievement that sounds so painful to allow your life to end without completing. Now I know that sounds dark, but it's really just that simple. Now, nothing's out of bounds here. Reach for your wildest dreams, because in that process, you'll find something there. Look at Greta Thunberg. She was 15 when she spoke out about climate change. She demanded everyone's attention. In 2018, she got it. A smart man said, "The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that do." That was Steve Jobs. Don't let your wildest dreams be out of reach. When you shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll still be a star. So don't live your life with a painful regret. Don't let yourself think, "I could have done something different." Frame your mind into thinking, "What could I be doing different now to avoid a painful regret?" Find the pain and then create the mission. Give yourself clear goals. This one's simple. Set clear and exact goals. These will be milestones in achieving your mission. Now, if your goals are big, break them up. For an example, if you have a big goal of moving out on your own, break it up into smaller goals. Think of it like this. To reach that goal, you'll need money, furniture, and a place to live. So make your goals clear. What is the exact amount of money you'll need? What pieces of furniture are most important at first? What is the ideal location to live in? Ask yourself those questions. Get exact answers and set clear goals. I'll need $8,000 at first. Last rent, first rent, and emergency. You'll need a couch, pots and pans, and a vacuum. And I would like to live in Wheaton, Illinois. Bam. Those are clear goals, overall aligned with your larger goal of moving out. Now, clarity and accuracy aren't the same. You'll need clarity to know what your target is. Your accuracy can be off and still hit the target. When it comes to getting things done, it's about putting points on the board, not always about hitting the bullseye. It will help to have detailed, exact goals to allow those to be your target. I have found when I write down clear and exact goals with detail, my results are never far off. Remind yourself of what failure to achieve your mission will be like. Now, I know that sounds similar to find the pain, but this is using the pain. Both goals come from the same idea, but the application is different. Humans will dodge pain and will tend to spend more energy to avoid pain than pursue pleasure. It's a cycle. If you don't remind yourself of what your current actions are taking away from your future, you may get comfortable or complacent. When you have a strong mission, life, now think of life as like your asshole boss, life will remind you in brutal ways to get back on track. And trust me, it's not pretty when life gets petty. You have to find a way to make the pain real without creating wounds. These become fast and quick thoughts. It's like an energy drink, a shot of espresso, a reminder you're living life on your own terms. And the outcome you get is directly related to the work you put in. Your actions should be directly in line with your mission. And when they're not, that cycle of escaping the pain for a moment of pleasure becomes a trap. The distance between your dreams and reality are called action. Don't avoid action. Don't let life catch you off guard. Remind yourself why you have a mission and what goals right now will propel you closer to achieving your mission. Break balance. This one's tricky because the cake's a lie. Now let me explain. It's great to enjoy treats and indulge yourself. You're busting your ass. You deserve a break. But the dessert shouldn't come after every dinner. It should be a week's worth of dinners. You should allow yourself to take it easy to avoid burnout and natural fatigue. But this is something I struggle with too, because I don't take enough breaks. So I know the importance of fitting in a break and taking care of yourself. But on the other hand, that doesn't mean eating cake after every meal. Your plan is to move forward with your goals and progress. And you knew it was going to be hard work, so don't stop the momentum. Just because you're making progress, it's counterintuitive. You're getting stronger, but that if you sit around and wait, that rock you're pushing up the hill is only going to get heavier day by day. So keep progression consistent and set new standards when you feel like you can handle more work. But allow yourself to enjoy that cake. That cake can be many different things. It might be time with friends, extra sleep, watching movies, games. That cake can be an escape. By all means, let it. Just don't let it get wrapped up in it. Because that cake can become a trap. And then next week comes around and you realize you've got nothing done. So you gotta allow yourself to find a balance. And for everybody, that's gonna be different. Just don't work yourself into the ground. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. Red leather, yellow leather. Number 6, don't tell people your plans. Now this one seems a little weird, but hear me out. Trust me. There comes a time when communicating your goals communicates to your mind you've already achieved them. And this is more likely to happen if you have a large amount of passion when you talk about your goals. And when you build up a good mission, that tends to happen. Telling people your goals can set off your momentum. Drop your sails in the middle of the ocean, and your ship isn't going anywhere. And once you've deflated your drive, you have to work it all back up. And that becomes a game of mental karate with yourself. And you have to remember you're living your own life by your own design and re-examine your mission. Again, this highlights why your mission statement becomes so useful. We need to be able to push past the short satisfaction of telling people because you'll never reach your destination if you stop and throw stones at every barking dog. That's Winston Churchill. And although it feels good to tell your friends your cool new plans because of the dopamine spike you might get hit with, keep the bigger picture to yourself and keep continuing your work. You might be thinking I'm hypocritical because here I am on YouTube telling the world some hypothesis of what my goals are and my mission. But right now I'm currently in a room by myself with no views on my channel. There is no dopamine spike here. This is pure adrenaline and perseverance. Or a mixture of the two or something. Let's keep going. Be your own hype man. Amp yourself up. And if you can't do this about your mission, you haven't found that something yet. And if that blockage is rooted in deep mental health, eat clean, exercise, and get some sleep. But if that blockage is even deeper, seek some help. And I send my best in that process of you getting better, because that is really tough. But we all need to be able to fuel our minds and hype ourselves up. If you're not used to talking to yourself, you should start. And you should start with positive talk. This is a topic I can talk more in depth on if you want me to. So just mention in the comments, and I can start a whole new video about positive talk and affirmations. But in short, how you talk to yourself is a direct reflection of how you feel, especially about how you feel when you wake up in the morning. Now I love to sleep in, and I'm pretty sure it's because I'm hypercritical of myself. And I know when I wake up, I'm going to be berating myself with how I could be better and do better. But I still find time to be positive and program myself to know that I'm moving forward and doing well. Now, I know I sound like a lunatic, but look at Donald Trump and Kanye West. You can hear them talking about themselves, and look at how they talk to themselves at their highest levels of success. How you talk to yourself programs your brain. It allows yourself to know your self-worth and your place in the world. And learning how to hype yourself up is starting with the self-talk and building a good momentum in a positive direction and looking at the glass half full. Be realistic. No one person built Rome. And the men it did, and women, started with the first break. You must be able to take a step away from your goals and your ideas and look at them from an objective standpoint. You got to play devil's advocate. This process is going to be painful and raise some good questions of pitfalls and issues of the road ahead. And if it doesn't, try again. Plan for these things. Look for them and realize starting something new is going to take twice as long as you suspect. I thought I could create my first video and publish it in 1 week. I didn't make that goal, but I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm going to buy a shirt from an artist I don't like and wear that on my next video, because I didn't make that deadline. But I digress. I would argue my struggle with making the video was heavily because it was something new to me. And you have to understand that when you're doing something new, it's going to take time to get in a rhythm, to create a rhythm, to start a process, and find out what works best for you. Allow your brain to get used to the work. And while you stay consistent, you will find a system and things will get easier. While doing this, you got to stay realistic though. Push forward with criticism and understand the road ahead is not going to be easy. As long as you stay